Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard, and thank you so much for tuning in to my own channel here at VickiDillard.tv. I'm so pleased that you are with me today. OMG, family, it has been a minute, but I wanted to tap into with the family today because I have told you for some time now I was working on some very powerful and important launches, and I am telling you, it is official, beloved. Right off the top, I want to make a very brief announcement. I'm going to get into today's very brief broadcast. I hope you all can hear and see me okay. I'm not seeing anybody in the chat. Okay, maybe now somebody's coming in. Okay, family. But anyway, I'm going to keep going here until I see something else pop up here. Yes, beloved. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I have a little bit of a ritual. As many of you all know, some of you all over many years now have seen me on multiple platforms over the years. There have been obviously some changes there. I'm still on doing content for African Diaspora News Channel. They also have an app. And my broadcast is also being seeded on alternative media sources as well, beloved. But you are tuned into my personal channel here. Of course, I put out content on other social media platforms as well. So how many of you all know we keep the message diversified and seeded in different fields? Yes. So be sure to stay connected with me. The best way to do that is by joining my email list, beloved, at VickiPlanet.com. That's my website. Just scroll to the bottom of that website. That way you can just input your information. Why? Because when I'm launching my new schools, when I'm launching new products and services, when you want to know where you can find my content and any other direct exclusive information, that's how you can do it. Yes. And also join my text list, beloved, at 303 529 2572 303-529-2572. Hopefully somebody can put that in the chat for me. Okay, I'm seeing somebody come in now. It says Magic is here. Noah is here. Antithesis is here. Hillary is here. Yvette is here. Noah is here. I said Noah. Sabrina's here. I'm sorry, the thing is moving now. Miss Sharif is here. Hey, beloved. She said, hey, Black, that's my soul goddess sister right there. I see First Work Media. Yeah, shout out to my brother Warren. I see some of you all coming on in, beloved. So y'all be sure to hit that thumbs up button and share. Of course, when you do that, it helps to send out notifications. And of course, you all have been so patient with me over the years with different networks, different platforms. But I'm still going at it, but we're moving at it in a very, very different way. And sometimes it takes a while to set up infrastructure behind the scenes, especially when I gave away so much of my magic for so many other platforms. And after being so disrespected and misused and a bunch of other stuff, it takes some time to build your own. Yes. So thank you all for your patience. Of course, I had a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, some personal things going on, some health things going on, and I'm making strides every day. And I am so very excited and restructuring everything, restructuring my school, restructuring everything. Yes. So that takes a little time when you're starting a new foundation. So thank you for your patience, beloved. On the count of three, for those of you that haven't, let's hit that thumbs up button and share. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you all so much for your kind compliments. I'm living for all the Black, says Pop. Thank you so much. Who is this? Nope, I'm good. Says you look LOOK May AMMM. I'm not playing with y'all. Don't start. Y'all tell me who pays y'all to come in here with these wonderful comments. Somebody said, you all are so precious. Thank you so much, family. Hit that thumbs up button and share. Yes? Okay, family. Now, let's get right into it, family. I want to briefly talk about the election of the new mayor in New York is today's very, very brief topic. Yes? Talk pretty tall. Thank you so much, says Q. Yvette Queen Vicki, you're looking healthy. But thank you so much, beloved. Yes. Thank you all so much, baby. 46 and almost 47 in a couple of months. Less than a couple of months now. Yes, is it? Yeah. In about a couple of months. 47, baby. Talk Black. Let me hit the gavel on that. Hey, and we just getting started. I know y'all like to make fun of when we get a little bit older and stuff, start calling us cougars, baby. But I will take the cougars, I'll take the lions and stuff. You can put the Panthers in there, all kind of stuff that's yummy and juicy. I'm not offended by that at all, baby. If you know anything about the goddess, baby, we have to ship shape on y'all's funny looking self. Talk black to me, baby. Going through stuff, hell and high water, going through sickness and disease and full of steroids and procedures and different things that I could have, I'm telling you, stuff I can't even talk about for years and years and years, baby. Just getting started. Yes. And people want to tell you what to do, what to wear, what to leave. You don't go sit your funny looking self down. I've been through hell and high water. Mere mortals don't tell me what to do. Even if you don't understand it, you don't get to tell me what to do. You understand how that goes? I'm the mama. You don't tell me what to do. This is my world. I run it like I see fit. Don't get to impose nothing. No, nothing. I do what I want to do. You see how that go? That's how that go. Yes, baby. This Mississippi Fire brand. Yes. Talk black to me. Now let's get to where we're going, family. I want you all to know that we're getting ready to have this brief discussion about Zohran Mamdani, the new Muslim Asian American mayor of New York. Yes. And I want to highlight, I think his speech was, some of the clips I saw was 20 something minutes, and then it was more extended coverage for like 40 something minutes. But I'm going to show you a very, very brief clip here for a couple of minutes in just a moment. I want to show you a brief clip of something that he said in the middle of his victory speech. Now, I want you all to understand something. For years, someone like myself that's foundational Black American, that is not a club or a group, it's a lineage, talk black to me. Well, for so many years, of course, before some of y'all was even know anything about some FBA, before even officially the FBA term was coined, I was about that life. You understand? So some of you all that's newer, and even maybe some of you oldest felt some kind of way when I started talking about international stuff more prominently. International politics has always been an interest of mine. I was always connected to international stuff long before I came online. Got the receipts for it. Plane tickets and checkbook receipts. Talk black to me, somebody. And so some of you thought that you got to tell me what to do and tell me not to be talking about international issues. So I went harder because you don't tell me what to do. Why? Because I keep the main thing, and I keep us as a priority in the United States of America. You understand? So as long as I'm making us the primal issue in the United States, and justice and reparations and other such things pertaining to us, what is it to you? Because you, as I've said for years now, don't have the mental bandwidth to deal with a global world and to have an opinion on that. I'm the original woman. I don't have to confer with or counsel with no so-called elite, no globalists, no neocon, no shadow government, no deep state. Before the Rothschilds, before these secret societies, guess who existed? Guess who was the most ancient human being on the planet? You looking at her. So you see how I have to confer with you? And so when you see how some of you all sit back there and want to sleep on what I say when it's my word, I will scratch everything you ever did. Ignore it and start over from scratch. Remaking my world. That's what I'm on. Sonia, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Thank you so much, Precious, for your super chat. So when I discuss the world, it's because it's all mine. You see? All of it. Newness. Now, with that being said, I wanted to lay the foundation to say I am for the entire world because all of the world belongs to me. So I'm not inherently against someone that is a migrant or an immigrant. The problem that I have is, number one, disrespectful ones that come to the country. The problem that I have is both major political parties putting them first and giving them actual tangibles, actual checks, actual money, actual contracts, actual houses, actual cars, actual food, after actual jobs, actual contracts, while telling those of us that built the country, hell no to tangible reparations and other tangibles. Do you see the difference? I said, do you see the difference? You don't get to hurry up and make people that violated the law to get here and put them in front of us while giving them checks and telling me to shut the hell up. You see how you don't get to do that? You don't get to say, let's hurry up and show them with legal status, which you know what that means when you do that for an illegal? That means you're clearing their records so that they don't have impediments to government jobs, impediments for government assistance, and other such things, while you have done nothing to clear the records of Black Americans so that the hurdles are removed from their lives, which is essentially legalized Jim Crow when you give somebody a record. So if your mind can't go that far and understand the difference, if you got a problem when I call out the injustice of it, you better look at your weak self and wonder what demon done jumped off and possessed you. If you have a problem with me saying justice for us, you better look at your weak self. And if you are a Black American, and if you have a problem with me speaking on international and global issues, why, you know I've been about that life before half of you ever even knew about this topic. You better check yourself too. It just seemed like they get the against. No, it seemed like you're a devil. It seemed like you like injustice. It seemed like you think that you get to go first while giving us the middle finger. That's what it seemed like. You don't want to sit here and talk about niceties while you're getting substance. You see how you look crazy? No, we're not going to sit here and talk about niceties. And looking right and sounding right and not being right. I just don't like how she said it. You better get your funny looking self out of my face. Now, let's get to where we're going with the quickness. Talk black to me, somebody. Everybody hit that thumbs up button, share, share, share. Yes, I love you back, Greg. Patricia said, you tell them, Vicki. Noah said, facts. Now, for those of you that don't know, me and those that rock with me, especially in the Vicki Dillard Mystery School, the Vicki Dillard Mystery School is my monthly mastermind. I think my team put my website link at the top of pinned at the top. If you go to my website, you'll see when you scroll down the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. That's my low-cost monthly mastermind. Every month, my students get a free lecture where I'm giving them high-level spiritual knowledge. They regularly get rituals so that they're able to manifest more in their lives. I've been doing this from Club Vicki when I was had a connection to Fly Nubian Queen, formerly Your Black World, formerly Dr. Boyce, and other platforms. That was all me. Club Vicki was all me in connection with them. Now I ain't got nothing to do with that today. But all that was me. All that magic was me. And then when I shifted there, it was Vicki University. And then now it's the Vicki Dillard Mystery School, because I now completely control that. And before I was ever even online, I had the Ascension College. I said before I was ever online. I just have to keep people people be confused about stuff all the time. Be new, real new, brand new, smelling new, looking new. And it's good to be new. But newness don't be tested. You see what I'm saying? Newness still got to be adjusted. So newness can be new, but newness needs to be quiet and sit in the back and learn and watch and observe. Then jump in. You understand? Somebody said African Diaspora News. Yes, and I'm still over there. African Diaspora News, my content. I've been a little behind on some stuff. I had back to back, I think, videos last week. I didn't get a chance to check those out, but I'm getting back in. I told you all I've been behind the scenes working hard, and I had a lot of stuff that was going on, making sure I was taking care of my health, of course, and then some new changes, revamping my school and revamping my new schools. In fact, One of the things I'm talking about, how many of y'all been to, if you're watching me at VickiDillard.tv, how many of you all have been following me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard, following me on Facebook? I got a couple of Facebook pages. And we're getting more and more active on Facebook because I got a whole lot of followers. Y'all be over there on Facebook, baby. I said, we can't sleep on no Facebook, child. But anyway, Instagram, TikTok a little bit because they play too much lately. So I hadn't been over there hard like that on TikTok. X, I put messages and stuff like that there. And most importantly, those that are connected to me with my school and my email list, and outside of that. And like I told you before, I'm going to be on some other alternative platforms where whichever way you've seen me, if you're watching me here on YouTube at Vicki Dillard TV on YouTube, how many of y'all been to the community page? How many of y'all see it's official, baby? What's official, Vicki? Have y'all seen the officialness of it all? The Isis Goddess Mystery Temple for my ladies only. It's officially open. This is one of my higher end schools. We have payment plans, sis. This is a 90-day school for women only. Baby, I'm going to give you the goddess secrets, baby. And it's more than just me giving you the goddess secrets. The previous ladies who attended my first one, it's called the gold tier because I've done this in the past. It was quite a long time ago. But this is my additional school. I'm still doing my monthly mastermind. Baby, you got to be something else to do what I do. But anyway, I still do my monthly mastermind. So join that today because your life will never be the same. Baby, some of my students in the mastermind getting breakthroughs, legal breakthroughs, houses paid out. I mean, just crazy stuff, just crazy. But these are the folks that's invested for long term. They're not trying to get a trick off. They know spirituality is a lifestyle. So I continue to do that. That's a low monthly cost thing. And you get access to a year and some change worth of archives. You get discounts that the average person doesn't get, including on my new school that I just showed you. Now, in addition to that, I'm doing the Isis Goddess Mystery Temple. So ladies, y'all been waiting. Y'all been asking me, Vicki, when you going to get the second one going? Let me turn it like this. It's officially open. Class starts in y'all, why is it doing this? Class starts in a few weeks. I'm trying to get that number off. There we go. Class starts in a couple of weeks, in a few weeks. So get your seat today. At checkout, you will have the option for payment plans if you're unable to pay the amount in full, but there's an option in the checkout. It's going to be so good. I'm going to talk about how we use our sacred feminine energy to manifest destiny, baby. It's 90 days because baby, I do teaching and some other kind of stuff. My ladies know who attended my first one, baby. They was having dreams, visions, and stupid manifestations. You hear me? Stupid, just stupid. But it takes a minute. You got to be willing to go through the hard work at first, the hard spiritual work. You understand? That's what I'm talking about when I say hard work. You don't hear me talk about just working for this wicked matrix. Donna, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Everybody shout out Donna and shout out those that are giving. Thank you so much. Now watch this. That's for the women only. 90-day course. Class starts soon. Go. The link is pinned above. Go straight to my website, VickiPlanet.com, or just click the link that's pinned above in the chat. My team looks like they pinned it, right? Now, where are my men at? I said, where are my masculines at? Where are my little juicy masculines at, baby? Y'all was tripping because they was like, Vicki, you did this women's course sometime back. For when you going to give us something? That's what some of my men, that's a part of it. Look, what is it? My men's only is called Treasures of Darkness. Somebody say Treasures of Darkness. Somebody find me a truck. Y'all put the money signs and put the money truck in the chat. Baby, Treasures of Darkness, the emphasis is on what? Providing and protecting. Oh my God. It's a higher end course. But for the men, it's 60 days. You'll also have payment option to break up your payments. You'll have that option at checkout for the men's course. That link is above too. Get in now. Class starts in a few weeks. Your life will never be the same. Thank you, Brother Warren. He put the money in the chat. Now, brothers, let me tell you something. Instead of being a part of this little manosphere, whatever they call themselves, over there complaining about women, a lot of y'all complain about women because you can't get one. And then when you're a part of them little men online groups, which is weird. Because I'm 46, I'm from Mississippi. Men never did stuff like that. Even if they had a problem like with a woman, it wasn't like a lot of groups together. They didn't have like meetings, secret societies complaining about women because they knew that was weak and they knew something was wrong with them if they did that. You see how something's wrong with you? Energetically, something wrong with you. They thought there was something wrong with you if you get in groups like on a regular basis for consolation. And other men patting you on the back and consoling you about your woman wifeless self. Now, most of the ones that's in that group feel broke and broken. What I just said something right there. Wifeless and broken and broke. Now, men, you are automatically made even faster than some women to make money. I am not, y'all don't hear me running around acting like I'm some corporate business Wall Street, but I'm a channel. I'm a spiritual channel. And spirit did something that I didn't want spirit to really do, to be honest. They started giving me downloads for the masculines. Some of you all feel like you don't know what it takes to get a woman and to have the necessary resources. And it's not just having the right stock tips. I'm not there to give you no stock tips. And I'm not there to tell you what to do. That's not I stay in my lane. You don't hear Vicki say no stuff like that. But I'm a spiritual channel. And what's off with you more than anything is you spiritually off. So when you're spiritually off, somebody put Magnus in the chat. You cannot attract the life of your dreams, baby. And so while y'all sit over there calling the men that love their women simps or whatever y'all call them, simps get made love to. Simps be happy and they be skipping, and then you want to stop the skipping. You want them to come up out the park. You want them to stop talking sweet to her. But she like him. She love him. And she makes love to him. And you trying to talk him out of it. What man is suffering from low self-esteem that's out there 35 and 40 years old talking to other huskies? How you talking to biceps and sweat and testosterone and goatees and beards? Why you doing that? That's not, it's you off. That's something, it's something right there off. When you try to talk another man out of loving his woman and wooing her, the most masculine men I know honors and love the divine feminine. I said the most masculine men I know. They know what to do. That don't require brute force. The first thing the man say to a woman is, woman, submit. No, he know not to do that. He's got a little thing that's called finesse and swag. See, you other ones are swagless. You see? Somebody say swagless. Swagless. That's why you complain. So you try to do it by brute force. Shut your mouth, submit. That's the first thing you got to do. You ain't it. You just not it. You don't have it. You don't have it. So instead of complaining, come over with me and let me give you the secrets in the corner. Come get this spiritual work so that you can get your vibration right. Why is that of utmost importance? Because everything you see came from everything you can't see. So instead of trying to do everything on the outside and still failing, some of y'all out here talking about you got 6 figures, talking about you high value. Okay. Okay. If that's what you, okay. But you still can't get a woman and you still call yourself high value, must not be real. Because you're going to attract what you are. I don't do bashing sessions with men, on men. Y'all know Vicki has a reputation of pro-masculine respect. But some of you haven't respected me as a feminine in certain ways. But instead of over there complaining about women, come over here and let me give you these spiritual downloads so that you can get your energetic spiritual frequency right, so that you can attract the woman of your dreams and attract resources that the average man, watch this, will never get. Ricky said, tell him, take your classes, please. Thank you, beloved. Somebody else just said Mississippi snack with a kid. I say, baby. So instead of complaining about a woman, just sign up for my class. I'm not going to make you show your face in our courses a few times a month. So you can be quiet with it and come there and get this work, spiritual work, so that you can manifest the life of your dreams. I'm making it a 60-day course because it's going to take me time to give you this revelation. And brothers, come here real close. Come here, brothers. Come here. Some of y'all's bosses that you call the man, he the man because he's working with the spiritualist. I don't care if it's a reader, an astrologist. He might be hiring an occultist. Whatever spiritual work, you come get this spiritual work. And understand that the resources, opportunities, circumstances, situations that you might attract may be beyond a bonus. Some of you are sitting there saying, I'm only going to be able to make so much on this job, Vicki. Even if I get the woman of my dreams, even if I get a good job, it's still not enough. As what you don't know by getting your vibration right, who I'm able to connect you to that's going to bless your life economically. You don't know what supernatural way spirit will bring in resources to you, but it starts first with getting yourself spiritually right. And get away from the manospheres. How many of y'all know the word? Notice they know it's spiritual, the manosphere. Because the word sphere is basically in the word manosphere. If I'm spelling it right. Is that right, y'all? That means that y'all around other men. So when you look up and see he don't got no woman too. He got a problem with his woman too. Fool, because you in the same electromagnetic force field. Get the hell away from them. Get the hell away from them. You too big to be suffering from low self-esteem with other huskies out there complaining about women. See, he don't got no woman either. Yeah, because y'all in the same group. You're attracting that. Womanless, wifeless, brokenness, weirdness. It's the time and the place to connect with your boys, but y'all doing too much. There's something about that over there. We don't even go over there. Don't go over there. No, don't do that. Figure out the secrets to get a woman. Finesse, swag, that's real. And watch your life ship shape. And more importantly, you're going to be happy. You're going to be so happy. Some of you may think you awkward. Some of you all may think you're unattractive physically. Some of you may think that you're corny. Baby, with the right one, she going to like the corny. She going to like the weirdness about you. See, you missing it. Get away from over them. Get away from them. I'm going to tell you the other stuff. If you feel like you weird looking, awkward looking, you feel like that you corny, you feel like that, just get away from them other dudes. Come take the class. For the right one. It ain't nothing she ain't gonna be wanting to do for the baby and stop. We just won't be nothing. She may not even know how to do all the stuff, but she gonna be like, come on, let's play. And you're gonna be happy, real happy. Inspired. Fooling with her. Just fooling with her, just being around her, you're gonna get ideas, circumstances, situations. You're gonna find yourself skipping just for no reason, working even harder, and happy to work hard, not complaining, because it's spiritual. Stop making excuses. Talking about, well, she don't want an intelligent man. No, you're not spiritually intelligent. That's what it's off. Emotionally intelligent. You off there. That's why you got to be all forceful with your language. And then wonder why she turned off. Ninja, because I'm a girl, fool. I got to feel you. Your energy is rejection. Your energy is rage. Somebody put some ants and some roaches in the chat. I'm feeling pest control around you. But I'm 6 foot. I get to be the judge for the stuff. If you try to get me. Don't back to me. I'm feeling rage. Rage means run. Rage means run. Somebody put a mouse in the chat. Pest control. Stop. I don't know if they got them pest control emojis. I don't know. But if they do, put that in there too. I might want to be around that. Your energy off. You're dealing with a woman, fool. It's got to be an energy thing first. Not husky energy. Not brute force. Not roughness. Rough energy. Just hard ass, rough ass energy. Just rough and tough. In the wrong way. And then when it's time to be really rough and tough because somebody messing with her, you ain't even got what it takes to be the rough and the tough. When it's time to be the rough and the tough, you can't even do the toughness. Vicki gonna talk about that too. Don't worry about it. Because that's the main focus with my men, providing and protecting. We're gonna get into it, baby. Donna said, Vicki showing out. Yes, I'm showing out. It's time for the right relationships to come to pass because it has everything to do with shifting the planet when the right people are together. And it's a trick of the enemy, especially when they have you dogging the black woman. Even if she's wrong, I'm not going to be teaching you how to stay with the wrong woman. I'm first going to deal with you, though. You understand? They want you in corners, making money and making content, dogging the black woman. She's a sacred portal, silly. And you falling into the hole. Weirdo, husky, testosterone. Vicki, you really, girl, we supposed to be on something else. Everybody hit that. Let me switch real fast. Who in my chat? It's on this energy I'm picking up on. That's why I'm doing this. I'm a spiritual. I don't miss either. When it comes down to stuff like this, when I'm doing this, it's because spirit know who weirdos out there, strong weirdo energy. Hit the gavel on that. So somebody need to hear that. If that's not for you, just hush. Now, if you're saying, Vicki, get on to it, I am about to get with it. Just hush. Okay, back to this mayor. That's what the thing's supposed to be. Either way, the 60-day men's only course. The link is above. Payment options available. Don't come with no cheapness. We're making it available so you can get this high level knowledge, but you're gonna have to make the proper investment. Why? Because if you sow a little, you reap a little. How many of y'all know you need a big shift in your life? So you got to start giving out more. And your money is that plug, is that connection to this power. So be happy to have to even think about paying it. And the same for my women, 90-day course, women only. We're going to use our feminine sacred energy to manifest our unique destiny, sis. All those links are on my website, VickiPlanet.com. It should be pinned above. Yes, officially open. Get your seat today, okay? Vicki, enough of that. Watch this. Y'all see this, right? This is the guy I'm talking about. Ooh, baby, if you just coming in, watch the whole broadcast. Don't comment until you watch the whole broadcast. So y'all see y'all new mayor, Mamdani, yes? It says makes history and strikes a chord amongst Muslims and South Asians, right? I want y'all to listen to a little bit of his victory speech. We're going to get to where we're going quickly. I promise. I promise. I said I promise. I'm going to keep my promise today. Now that I did half the course with screaming and hollering at the Huskies. Somebody put some footballs in the chat. Watch this. Watch a little bit of his speech here. Where is it? Let me know if y'all can hear this.
So Donald Trump.
Can y'all hear this?
Since I know you're watching,
Before I show it to you, can y'all hear this?
So,
family, can you all hear it? Y'all let me know if you can hear the sound real quick. I just stopped it. Okay, somebody just say, okay, so I'm finna show you the clip. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the video, okay? Now, this is a short clip. His speech was much longer, but I only want you to see this part. Watch this. This clip is under the Copyright Act of 1976.
Trump, since I know you're watching,
This is the guy.
words for you. Turn the volume up.
Turn the volume up.
We will hold wild animals to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants.
I agree.
We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed.
Now, I agree with all he said right there. I'm in agreement with you. I'm screaming and hollering right there with you, right? Watch this.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Did y'all hear what he said right there? Did y'all hear what he said? Everything was all right until he got to this part right here. Listen.
The bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Child. All right then.
So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
Okay, I almost said, okay, my nigga. Okay, my nigga. Okay, my nigga. The reason why I'm saying that, because how many of y'all know that that's a phrase that we, a coin was about being the head nigga in charge, the HNIC, right? He's saying, baby, he's the head new immigrant in charge. Now, the reason I started this broadcast talking about how I make sure that those of my family here in the United States, Foundation of Black Americans, receive justice and reparations, and that I identify as a part of that lineage. But I made it clear that I always speak to international issues because I want you to know I don't have any negative thing related to peoples of the world because the planet belongs to me, right? But I'm going to call out both sides when there is something that's off. What's off about this statement? Hold on, let me go back to it.
And expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Now, it's true tonight, as of that night that you made your statement, is led by an immigrant. But I want you to pay close attention to something. He said it was built by him. The hell you didn't. No, you didn't. That's called a lie. And I have had multiple conversations about y'all keep lying. The reason it's important that we make this distinction, this is the reason why you all feel compelled to get us to be pulled into your fights with ICE and other such things. You feel like it's our responsibility to make sure that you have contracts, that your records are clear, that you have legal status, that you get money and jobs, even when we don't. Because of such subtleties like saying that you built New York and the rest of you have said that you built America. You assist in this country like all other folks that's here assist. But Ninja, you didn't build it. And you better get that fact straight. So that is a disrespect coming out of your mouth when you claim that. And if you are an immigrant, legal or otherwise, and you feel some kind of way that I'm saying that, it's some kind of contrary satanic spirit in you that you need to have exorcised out of you. And I'm here for the work. Did you hear what I said right there? The problem with the United States of America, the problem with the Republican Party, the Democrat Party, and all the other weirdos out there, the problem with the liberals and even those that seem like they mean well, like your new mayor Mamdani, the problem with all of y'all, the problem with the talk of injustice, the problem with the economy issue, the healthcare issue, the problem with war, the problem with religion, spirituality. Come here real close and listen to what I'm about to say. The problem with all of America is that you actually think There is something more important than giving us reparation and justice first. Damn it, did you hear what I said? You actually think that anything else, from the labor movement to tariff issues, you actually think that something else is more important than you making right the original sin. You fail to understand the spiritual infraction and the spiritual criminal you are, in addition to the natural criminal you are. You fail to understand the precipitous effect, the compounding interest that accrues because of your failure to do what you ought by us. So other things that keep popping up in quick succession since our so-called emancipation, you think our attention is supposed to go there first. And that is your problem. You actually think something else is more important. I just said something right there. You think white folks not having housing now, white folks having food stamp issues, white ranchers, white farmers. You think Israel, you think other nations and other countries' issues. You think anything else that you can think of is more important than addressing our issue first. And you think that we got a hell of a nerve to hold the line and damn it, to keep the main thing until you address us substantively. That's your problem. You fail to understand that because you haven't done what's right by us first, it is causing a domino effect of other things to happen. It's a snowball effect. But you want me to focus on the last catastrophe. You want me to focus on the latest crisis. And so when you crucified my mothers, when you crucified my fathers, not in Calvary over there, in the so-called Middle East, but the Calvaries that's all over Oklahoma and Mississippi and Alabama and Texas and Georgia and Florida and some more states. Because you want me to tell my ancestors whose body parts you chopped up and ate. Body parts you chopped up and sold to the highest bidder. Body parts you kept as relics. Towns and homes that you set on fire. Bodies you charred. When you ninjas out there tell me to wait on reparations, you are telling my ancestors F you. No, I give you an F. And let me tell you what else. I'm going to say something that's real strong right now. As a prophetess, some of your ancestors say F you. Do you know that some of your ancestors would rock with a Vicki Dillard any day and abandon their own bloodline because you actually don't give a damn about what they went through? You actually say that can wait. You actually say stop begging, knowing that your mama was screaming for dear life after she was violated. The hell you think this is? Your ancestors don't even want to fool with you, ninja. They say, I'll rock with a Vicki Dillard any day. They will say, F my own bloodline. This is F me. I know I said something real strong. And didn't nobody teach me, because most spiritualists don't rock with me. Most spiritualists don't certify me. They don't initiate me. They don't do nothing with Vicki. I'm going to tell you what I know on my own spiritually. You think that because you came from the same bloodline that they're going to have your back. No, most of you that's a part of this Christendom with the wrong interpretation of Christianity, you actually think honoring your ancestors is demonic. Why every damn day passing dollar bills, not understanding that that's a form of ancestor worship. And while you sitting over here talking about honoring your ancestors is satanic and demonic, and it's forbidden by scripture, and it's forbidden by your Yahweh, by your Jehovah, by your Yah, by your God, while you may say your corrupted scripture rejects ancestor reverence or worship, I tell people, okay, of course they're wrong, but I play like they right. Because I understand this. I was deep in the trenches. I'm born and raised in Mississippi in the Baptist church. I get the stronghold that mindset is. But let me help you real quick. I'm going to pretend like you're right. You're not, because I could destroy you scripturally. But I'm going to go with you because that's too deep for some of you right now. This the Vicki show. I'm supposed to be talking about politics right now. But I'm going to just give you that for now, just to help the mere mortal mind. While you may say parts of your book say that that's demonic, your God believes in ancestor worship. The God that you claim in your book believes in ancestors. What you mean, Vicki? Most of the promises that you all claim, he never even fools with you based on your interpretation of what you say the scripture says without invoking Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in many contexts. From the Old Testament or the New Testament. Or if you deep in Hebrew, you say the Old Covenant and the New Covenant. If you real deep, you say, oh, but you only go about the Torah. Ninja, why is it that your God invokes your ancestors before he even fools with you? That's a spirit that caused you to have such a stark blind spot. But I'm happy to shine the light on that. First Work Media just said, we deep. Oh, real deep, baby. Somebody put 3 blood drops in the chat. My brother Warren said, oh, we deep. Oh, yeah, baby. He doesn't even do nothing unless he first invokes the name of your ancestors. And when you're reading from Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, which you consider to be your first 5 books, some of you all that are Hebrew out there and all that, you may say this is your Torah. For the rest of you that are still under that Christendom dome, you call that your Pentateuch. 5, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. If I want to go further, Joshua, Judges, Rules, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, blah, 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 unknown, right? And then, of course, there's a disparity between you all that addresses the 66 books that you claim, right? And then those, even of the Catholic Church, that has an additional 7 books, right? That you call the Apocrypha. Now, some of you all got beef within your so-called Christendom because most of you all that are a part of Christianity, all y'all beefing with each other. The Baptists don't even believe that you're real Christian and you're going to hell if you don't be baptized. The Methodists, which is why they're called Methodists because there's a certain method. If you don't go by their method, they don't believe you're going to heaven. And then you have your Pentecostal, you have your charismatic, you have your non-denominational, which are about the same, that believe in speaking in tongues. That some of you all that are part of the other groups that I just named say that that's satanic and demonic and you're not supposed to be speaking in tongues. Whereas the Pentecostal, the non-denominational, and other such groups say that if you don't get that, you ain't really got the spirit. I said something right there. So amongst yourselves, those of you that claim Christendom, you don't even believe that those that are part of the Catholic Church are real Christians. You believe that they're damned to hell. And if you Pentecostal, some of you think that the Baptists are on their way to hell. And the Baptists say because you weren't baptized, you on your way to hell. And then you said you're going to disassociate yourself from the Catholic Church because they have these additional books that's called the Apocrypha, right? The forbidden books. And then you say, well, we disassociate ourselves with them, but you can't do that even because believe it or not, whether you like it or lump it, the Catholic Church, before you became a part of the group that's the Protestant, The root word Protestant means what? Protest. Everybody, whether you Pentecostal, non-denominational, Methodist, Episcopalian, apostolic, or otherwise, you all are still all a part of that group. Catholic, which means universal, or Protestant, which means to protest. That was that group that protests under that. Why am I bringing that up? Because you wouldn't even have your Christianity brand if they did not preserve the book. And between the Catholic Church, there has been, there's now what you call the Eastern Church, which is really orthodoxy, which claims to have a greater authenticity than even the Catholic Church, because the difference between the Eastern and the Western Church, which is known as the Orthodox Church, the Eastern Church, and the Catholic Church, is that there's some other differences, but they both believe basically in the sacraments. But one believes in an apostolic authority, the papacy, one man. The other believes in a council of bishops. Ask me how I know, because I was chrismated in it. The Eastern Orthodox. Don't play with me. Newness. But even with that corruption, and I say even with that corruption, understanding the connection, that no matter what religion we're talking about, even with Islam, even with the Vedic religions, and so many others, your ancient black mamas were the original Vatican before their sacerdotal seat was stolen. And their words corrupted and misapplied and pimped and masculinized in many cases. That's just the truth. Now, you say in your scripture that the Holy Spirit is supposed to lead and guide you into all truth. I said something right there, didn't I? But your Holy Ghost can't take this next level of truth when we invoke it. See, every spiritual group mad at me. Muslims can't stand my behind. Christians can't stand me. I got some slack the other day on one of the social media posts because they was tripping about this black African man that was doing one of these Vedic rituals. And they did a whole, Al Jazeera did a whole piece on him talking about that this African man, he's embracing our culture in so many words. That wasn't the technical title, but that was the inference in the title. So I commented that ninja, I left out the ninja, but my spirit was saying ninja. But I said that particular ceremony, which I'm not going to get into right now, was actually inspired by the ancient black woman too, and can prove it in no limit of time. Y'all know how many times I was getting beep messages. People was mad I said that. Folks over there in India and stuff. The original woman means we're the original woman. That means that all y'all mitochondria, whether you black, white, you know how we literally say red and yellow, black and white, no matter what group you are, you didn't come up with nothing on your own. You didn't come up with something that was cute, that was sexy, and then just like F your mama. No, baby, that wasn't you either. See, you stole, you changed, you Europeanized. You the newness, see. And it is indeed incredible to think that could be. But that's exactly why I'm on the planet for this time, to make that known. Newness. There ain't nobody that ain't got nothing that's good that didn't come, because all y'all's mitochondria comes back to one specific person, and that's your ancient, very, 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 very black mama. And no other group. It's not about black anymore, not just about white. You think you so deep and spiritual that you've evolved past that fool when color is literally everything. It's a vibration. It's cosmic. Everything spins out of it. So now all of a sudden color don't matter. No, ninja, it matters. because it's spiritual, it's cosmic, it's tangible, and it's ethereal. And just like all things, there is a hierarchy and there's a divine order of things. And when you reject your own mama, you reject your destiny. And trust me, I hear this real clear in my spirit. I got time. You're the one whose time about up. Baby, I'm going to be here from everlasting to everlasting to everlasting. Somebody put an infinity emoji in the chat. And if you're scared to say that blackness, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. All people at one time or another have said something to me personally, privately, in the DMs, in the email, in a comment or something about respecting my work. But does that mean that I lower my blackness to appease them? Hell no! I'm your mama. And you don't get to be nothing unless you honor me. And I don't die down to appease you, weakness. This new age stuff. Y'all think you so evolved. You got 2 or 3 white followers, and now all of a sudden you're gonna wanna get your ass. You better get your ass. You better get your out of my face. I bless all. But you're gonna honor me for what I am. I'm kind to all. Share the planet with all. That's why all y'all got all these different religions. That's why some of you funny looking selves are still here. Because we shared our magic with all of the world. But we're not going to be by us to make you feel right, ninja. Please. If I give you the right definition, the right interpretation of that scripture, every knee will bow and every tongue confess. Or you say blasphemy, no, baby. That white man that you done called Jesus, that you ain't never met, whose body was totally intact based on what you said, based on y'all scripture, corrupted interpretation. He knew, baby, new, brand spanking new compared to us. New, brand new. So for those of you that say that you ain't gonna take no course that's led by no woman, I don't want you there, fool. I don't beg no. Is you crazy, fool? I'm dealing with the real masculine men that know about getting this from the original woman. That don't mind you thriving and don't mind sharing this spiritual knowledge with you, with your funny looking self. Wish I would. Better call me your black mama, weirdo. Auntie, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Precious. Said what I said, weirdo. Newness, ninja. But I say go. You see how they go? Newness. Somebody said Michelangelo brother painting in the Sistine Chapel. Yeah. And meanwhile, you see the black symbols hidden in the Sistine Chapel. You have to ask yourself, why do they still have black women in the Sistine Chapel hidden tiny, pretending like just got them in the corner so you don't recognize that they're there? Because they doing magic, dummy. They know where power spins from. Even if it's hidden, they know it has to be there in order for the magic to work. Weirdo. See how you weird? We supposed to be talking about Mamdani ass. Vicki something else. I know I'm something else. Look, I embrace something else. I admit I'm something else. I know I'm something else. I know I'm all over the place today. One more time. One more time. One more time. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, share. Now, I'm going to be talking in the very near future about some other issues that might be a problem with Mamdani, if I'm saying his name right. Your gift, who is it? Somebody else just gave another gift. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold, made Durfee. Great information. Thank you, precious. Listen, y'all giving today. By the way, family, if you're just coming in, I did a whole lot of talking. So make sure that you watch the entire broadcast. For those that have been asking, in addition to my monthly mastermind schools, which everybody here needs to be a part of, make the investment in yourself, because I'm building the new Vatican spiritually. One house, one person at a time. My students are getting miracle signs and wonders. There are all kinds of benefits when you join today. It's a very small investment for my monthly mastermind. But in addition to my monthly mastermind, I've just instituted start open enrollment for my women's 90-day course, my Isis Goddess Mystery Temple. Don't tell me what to call the woman. I know about a set name. I talk to my women in my mystical course about it. So stay out my business. I know why I call her Isis too, because all that's us. 90-day course. We're going to talk about how we use our divine feminine energy to manifest destiny. It's going to be so good. And then I have a men's exclusive course for 60 days called Treasures of Darkness. We're going to be focusing on providing and protecting, giving you the spiritual secrets on doing that. The link is above, or go to my website at VickiPlanet.com. Now, I'm bringing this new mayor up, Mamdani, because he's lying, saying that immigrants built America. Y'all didn't build America. I mean, you didn't build New York in that instance. No, you didn't. You just didn't. You help out. You help out. But I want to remind you of something, because it's disrespecting us. Why? Because how do you feel comfortable being over here making all these demands, some of you, and you say forget reparations for foundational Black Americans that built the country that you fled to, came to, legally or illegally? And the other issue that I have with Democrats, first class citizens, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Thank you. All are giving so profoundly. Watch this. And by the way, people are already signing up for my schools. Just FYI, you know. Make the investment in yourself. If you want something you never had, you got to do something you never done. What you waiting for? If you want incremental blessings, keep giving incrementally. But if you want a major shift, decide that you're going to put 60 days, brothers, to the side to invest in yourself and make that your priority. And women, 90 days, and make that your priority to shape your life and make a greater investment. That the money I'm charging for that, even with payment plans, is still low for what I'm really giving. So make the investment of yourself. And you ain't getting no younger. Some of y'all that's over here, you 40 and 50 and 60. And that's fine. I'm 46, about to be 47. But what are you waiting for? I'm saying some of you have goals and visions and dreams, and you need a major shift. What are you waiting for? Do it now. Back to Mamdani's funny looking self. I'm reading from this book that I read from many times before called How White Folks Got So Rich. You can get this at NOI.org, the bookstore. I believe that's the one. Y'all see this book I always quote from that I told you can read it in them. If you work at a 9 to 5, you can read it on your lunch break. That's how much of an easy read it is. On page, and I have read from this before, but I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna remind him, because I keep having to correct this. I'm gonna keep correcting him. Why is Vicki talking about this now? Because I want to go ahead and put New York in check. Why? My students is a part of Vicki Dillard Mystery School. They know, baby, Vicki, we do magic in the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. We run the world, and we know that New York is considered to be like a global capital. Yes, some of the most billionaires, some of the largest numbers of billionaires are in that region. And some of us know we've been doing global and international magic for some years now. Talk black to me, somebody. Under different courses. People that have been rocking with me for a while know how I get down. Well, New York is very pivotal. So this rise of Mamdani there is not just political. You understand? That's why you need to be a part of Vicki Dillard Mystery School, so that you'll understand what's really going on. You understand? Somebody said the billionaires are panicked. Yeah, some of them are panicked, but there's some other stuff that's going on with him. And I'm trying to say that even though it looks like a victory, it's still not going to be what it needs to be if justice for us isn't had. But there's some other stuff that's going on. I told you I'm going to talk about that later. Listen, I'm going to correct this off the cuff, because we're going to get this straight while you up there screaming and hollering and feeling yourself, which I get that. When you win something, you want to scream and holler. Scream and holler, but don't lie with the screaming and the hollering. See, while you screaming and holler, I'm going to be beating you over the head with my pom-poms, you see? And my bullhorn. So while Mamdani is up there talking real tough, Donald Trump, that's good, right? I'm going to turn my bullhorn to your left ear and scream and holler, stop lying. You were saying something till you got to that lie right there. So let's correct the lie real quick, because you all don't want him to get there and feel comfortable using you black folks as a trick. Once again, we allow the latest crisis and the latest people groups to have precedence over us. And that's what gets us pulled into these fights and stuff. And then we get tricked up and say, well, I thought he was going to do something for us too. While he's there, we're going to keep the pressure on. Somebody put a boot in the chat. Somebody put some stilettos in the chat. If you're a man, put your men's shoe in the chat. No, we're going to keep our foot on your neck. That's what that means. In this book called How White Folks Got So Rich, it says on page 20, I'm going to read from page 24 real quick. Listen. Black labor was believed to be so essential to Western advancement that whites built thousands of ships, it says here, over hundreds of years, sailing them thousands of miles over treacherous oceans and instigating brutal wars for the capture of indigenous Africans and bringing those kidnapped victims back thousands of miles to America to be sold in the open market for the purpose of forcing lifelong labor from them and their descendants forever and ever. How many of y'all know that's true? Y'all listen. This is what I want you all to hear real good and to check Mamdani's funny looking self about this lie he just told. And while let me say this real quick before I read this next part. The thing with the Democrats and the Republicans is notice how, especially with the Democrats, they don't like to differentiate between legal migration and illegal migration. Notice how they keep talking about how migrants built the country, immigrants built the country. This is a city of migrants. It's going to stay a city of migrants. And as of today, it's run by one. No, ninja, legal ones. You always make sure that you demand that the Democrat differentiates the two. Because see, that's why they got us. That's why they got us messed up. That's at least why they got me messed up. And in either case, don't you dare be willing to give tangibles and greater benefits for those that are fleeing to this country, legally or illegally, over those that originally built the country, and you still haven't given us justice. I'm trying to see what kind of migrants come over here that feel real comfortable doing that, and then telling black folks, forget you and your needs. See how something wrong with you right there? That's the difference. Don't let the Democrats just throw out the word migrants. They want to ball it all up together. But there's a very strategic reason why they want illegals in the country, illegal migrants in the country. I'm talking about Republicans and Democrats. Now let me read this next part. Why am I reading this? Because he said that they are the ones that built New York. How many of y'all know other Democrats, this is why I talk about this all the time, say that immigrants built America? No, you didn't, ninja. That's what they're doing to wipe out our contributions. Somebody say, no, you didn't. Somebody say, that's a lie. And that's not a lie we're going to let slide. We're not going to get caught up in the victory, screaming with him, and let him lie. No, that's when you stop screaming. And you turn the direction of your scream into his ear. Devin, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. He said, new Black Wall Street. Ashe. In fact, I'm going to be doing some more because how many of y'all know for a long, long time I've been talking about abundance out of thin air. And y'all know I don't even do conversations like that. I don't even pretend to be nothing like that. But Spirit said no, that the powers that be are not going to be the ones that's going to be running the new economy in the new world. So Spirit said that me and my group need to start getting ourselves together now to rule the new economy using magic, meaning our spiritual powers. So those of us that are considered to be nobodies, we getting ourselves together to create a brand new economy outside of this one, starting in the spirit realm. Talk black to me, somebody. Hit that thumbs up button, everybody. Share, share, share. Shout out to my moderators in the chat. No, you all did not. You came here to help for some stuff, legally and illegally. But let's not act like whenever they say migrants built America or migrants built New York, they're trying to say that they're the ones that are the foundation layers. That's the part that we're trying to say, no, you're not. We don't want you to give that impression. Somebody say, let's be clear. Be real clear with your language to say, when after y'all built it, meaning black people, after y'all made it thrive and made it worthy of us breaking the law to get here for, say that as a disclaimer. Make it a stipulation before you jump off into any other conversation. You understand? Don't you ever say that you built New York. I said, ma'am, dammy. Child. Give you a new name around this mug. First class that they attempted to destroy and swap culture. That's exactly right. We ain't got to be ugly with it, but I'm going to show be clear and strong with it. We're going to make that distinction. We're going to keep that right. Listen. Those Africans were by no means savages, it says, as has been advanced by historians seeking to justify the atrocity. A close reading of the newspaper, somebody say newspaper, advertisements placed by the American slave traders reveals, somebody say we went and got the receipts. That's a part of the book I'm quoting. Are y'all listening? Are y'all listening? A close reading of the newspaper advertisements placed by American slave traders. Somebody say slave traders, the one that was buying us. How many of y'all know there were black folks that was already on this part of the planet, and then there were some of us that they actually snatched and stole and brought here? Talk black to me, somebody. A close reading of the newspaper advertisements placed by the American slave traders reveals that blacks were skilled artisans. Somebody say skilled artisans. Of course, that's why you stole us, because we created a world that you couldn't. We did what you knew you couldn't. Blacks were skilled artisans and craftsmen at the highest level. Somebody say the highest level. Slave ads placed in American newspapers show the casual selling of Africans with skills, are y'all listening? As engineers, carpenters, cowboys, shipbuilders, mechanics, stonemasons, blacksmiths, seamstresses, herbalists, weavers, shoemakers, chefs. Somebody say skilled craftsmen, skilled artisans at the highest level from the beginning. Black slave laborers built America's infrastructure. Somebody say, we built this. We built this. Somebody say, we did this. Before y'all snatched some of us that came from the continent and those of us that was already here. Somebody say, we did this. Somebody say, this us. Somebody say, this all us. Black slave laborers built America's infrastructure. Y'all listening? Including its buildings, roads, bridges, and railways, just as they built the pyramids in Egypt thousands of years before and then gave civilization to the Europeans. That's what the book says. How many of y'all know we built pyramids all over the world, including in the so-called Americas? How many of y'all know that? And how many of y'all know that there are even more pyramids now, I think in some places in Sudan, than there is actually in Egypt? There's a reason why they ain't telling you that. Rod Jones said, that's right. Serpent Mounds, you better tell them. They ain't ready for that. Trying to act like it's just a one-off. No, this was normal all over the planet. Somebody said the Grand Canyon, you already know, beloved. That's right, Aquarius 79, my moderator, exactly 100%. We built this. Now, I got to emphasize what the newspapers, who they were hiring and seeking, and casual newspaper on a regular basis, who they brought here, we was already this. I'm going to say this part again. Black slave laborers, somebody say, ma'am, damn it. Ma'am, damn it. That's his name. Ma'am, damn it. Black slave laborers built America's infrastructure, including its buildings, roads, bridges, and railways. Ramir Howard, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Y'all been blessing me, and I receive it. I'm good at receiving. And I promise you, you're going to be good at receiving back. That I know. Black slaves built the stately mansions that grace southern plantations and grand churches and synagogues. Somebody say synagogues. Let me get that's another topic, but them synagogues too. Them synagogues. Vicki, get off of it right now. Black slaves built stately mansions that graced southern plantations and the grand churches and synagogues all over America. And they built the quote president's house and the Capitol in Washington, D.C. Whatever might be credited to white labor was nonetheless financed by profits from cotton, sugar, and tobacco crops, all made possible by African slave labor. I'm going to stop there. I got Dr. Claude's book with me too about Powernomics because I was going to go there, but I'm not right now. I'm going to do part 2 later. When he's talking about here on page 193 of his historic book, his iconic book, rather, Powernomics, when he's talking about how the plot from other migrants to replace Black Americans. Dr. Claude ran successfully elections and campaigns and won successfully. Dr. Claude Anderson is not only an academic, not only a businessman, entrepreneur, former media holder, and a bunch of other stuff. He was appointed by former President Jimmy Carter to be a part of Jimmy Carter's administration in the Commerce Department. Y'all do know that, right? The reason why we value what he says is because Dr. Claude, with all of that, is the one that taught us about tangibles that's due to Black Americans, even from the so-called Indian treaties that's still due to us today. And that he spent hundreds of thousands of his own dollars in court fighting for Black Americans to get tangibles that belong to us based on those ancient so-called Indian treaties. And he believes in reparations, generally speaking. And he worked for a Democratic administration. And he came out and told us how to do politics. And he came out and told us to plot against us. He was the one that called out the plot from decades ago that they were going to intentionally use immigrants to replace us. So this is not about us in our heads and in our feelings. This is somebody that dealt face to face and on a regular basis with world leaders. And came and told us the plot and the plan. How many of y'all know about Strom Thurmond? That very anti-Black racist Jim Crow congressman. Dr. Claude Anderson successfully negotiated with his racist behind to get Black judges appointed back in the day. Even with him. You better look him up. So this is one of the things I want you to remember. And that's what I want, ma'am, damn it, to never forget. Beloved, you're going to be seeing me more. I told you I'm revamping my school, the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. You can join there today for a low cost. Your life will never be the same. Beloved, my students are getting all kinds of miracle signs and wonders. That's a low monthly cost. You get all kinds of goodies. Every month you get a free lecture from me. You get, as soon as you join, you get a year and 2 worth of back archives of lectures. You get discounts. You get a bunch of stuff. In addition to that, I've got my 90-day school for my women, my Isis Goddess Mystery Chamber. Some people say, Vicki, tell me your goddess secrets, baby. I'm going to give it to you. Somebody say, shh. Using our divine feminine energy in my 90-day school for my goddesses. Payment plans available because it's more of a high-end school. 90 days for my women only. For my men, I got a course for just you, 60 days, called Treasures of Darkness. Emphasis is on giving you the spiritual sacred secrets that I've been given to share with you about providing and protecting. Your life will never be the same. You can sign up for both. The link is above. My special schools start in a few weeks, so go ahead and secure your seat today. Again, you will have some options at checkout if you want to break up your payments. Yes, I love you so much, family. We're going to keep our foot on their necks. The shift that's happening in New York is bigger than the Democrat Party, the Republican Party. It's a spiritual shift because some of those, especially if you connected to me, know we've been doing a lot of spiritual work. So we're actually affecting the economy. We're affecting politics. We're affecting the globe. And New York is central, not only to the United States, it's central actually to the world. And so some of the things that's happening there's a spiritual undercurrent that's happening because of those shifts, but we want to keep him in check in the natural side. Yes, I love you all so much. Every one of you that gave here, those of you that are giving on PayPal, but you can give at at the Vicki Dillard. Those of you that give on Cash App, $OPWVICKI. Again, for Cash App, $OPWVICKI. Your gifts are blessed a thousandfold. Those of you that gave in the chat today, your gifts are blessed a thousandfold. I keep saying that even if I don't call your name, you got to know and give for the right reason and trust and believe that even if I don't call your name and even if I don't immediately see your notification, you have to know that your gifts are blessed. My moderators just put the links in the chat. I love you so much. You want to make the investment in yourself. Let me tell you something. With all the changes that's happening in the economy, with the dollar decreasing, with ship shaping, with the gold backing, how many of y'all know China just came out? And China right now is trying to be the main vaults, at the main reserves for the gold. How many of you all know it's not just BRICS, BRICS, a new global alliance that wants a new economy because the United States keeps illegally doing sanctions against other countries. That's what forced other countries to want to come up with a new payment system because the United States keeps screwing up. But how many of you all know the new Silk Road that has a lot to do also with China? Also the Shanghai Corporation, that's another thing. Also there are other global blocks, economic blocks, things related to the AU, even though they are weak in a lot of stuff. That the AU is for African Union, but that's not just that they're weak, beloved. It's because of infiltration and colonization, but there's a lot of other stuff that's happening on the continent that we're not being told. There's other things that's happening with payment systems amongst certain African countries. Look, they don't even require a bank account. That's got America pissed. They're operating in systems that's outside of traditional internet stuff that the United States, that's why they mess making in these countries. Because they know America uses digital stuff to control and they coming up with alternatives. What if we bad enough to decide that we're going to go dark, we're going to go spiritual and start ship shaping stuff? We about that life, beloved. Shout out to my moderators. It's been such a blessing to me. Shout out those of you that tuned in today. Be sure to share the broadcast. Of course, make sure that you're subscribed, family. Make sure that you follow me on all social media platforms, family. Y'all know I'm going to keep my message out there. You may not see me in one place, but certainly your sister's going to be somewhere else. Stay connected with me through my text message. Stay connected to me through our email list. Because that way we can directly email you with my new shows, with my broadcasts start to air on other alternative platforms soon. You'll get notified if you're part of my email list. So just join my email list at VickiPlanet.com. Get your enrollment for the 60-day school men's only, women's only 90-day course. Get your seat. Class starts in a few weeks, so go ahead and start there. And then join the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. Make the investment in yourself. If you want something you never had, do something you've never done. If you sow a little, you reap a little. So if you're going to get $30 and $40, expect a $30 and $40 blessing. While you're 60 years old and want to see a major shift in your life. I'm bringing that up because some of you all think that you got all day and you don't. I'm talking about naturally speaking. It's time to make a greater investment in yourself with something that's actually spiritually real. And I'm saying that all of these shifts, these changes in our world, you want to be sure that you're spiritually, divinely connected with somebody that knows why they're on the planet, so that you're a part of the new world that we're creating that requires a certain type of investment from you. You understand? And you can't be so cheap to where you want somebody to give you something for free. You are a thief is what you are. So when you all call certain people scammers, you only be calling the right people. That's the real scammers. That's a scam. Weirdo. Dummies. The people that's the real scammers, you don't even know how to call them the real scammers. You don't even know how to identify the real scammers, dummy. I have to use that language with some of you ought to shake you up a little because you think you're right. Calling you something different gets your attention, even if you get mad at me when I call you out your name. Even though I'm not calling you out your name, because if you're a dummy, you're just a dummy. That's just who you are. You don't like being that, but you really that. Be grateful. I love y'all. Let me get out of here. I can't wait to see you again.